Good evening, one and all. We welcome you all to the international webinar series on holistic health, well-being, and sustainable development 2024, commemorating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, nation celebrating 77 years of independence, and United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 2015 to 2030 as part of awareness and campaigns in collaboration with Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute Center for Arts, Sciences, and Wellbeing. Before we start our sessions, let's take the blessings of Almighty.
कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
With the blessings of Almighty, we shall continue with today's commemorations. Today, we are commemorating Sri Krishna Janmashtami, which is observed on the 8th day of the Krishna Paksha in Bhadrapada month of Shravana. And this year it falls on August 26th. So this festival celebration is one of the most important Hindu festivals and also celebrated across the world with pomp and glory by the followers of Lord Sri Krishna. It celebrates Lord Sri Krishna's birth as the 8th incarnation of Lord Vishnu, who delivered the critical message to the humankind of the Bhagavad Gita, the guiding principles of all human beings and the human life, especially to everyone, including Hindus and all religions, because it was delivered at that time where there was no religion existing in this society. So Mathura, the residence of Lord Sri Krishna, and Vrindavan, the city where he spent most of his childhood, in particular, celebrates this festival in a grand manner with pomp and glory. Various temples and institutions dedicated to Lord Sri Krishna hold rituals, rites, and prayers all over the world and other countries. Many organizations like ISKCON celebrate this festival across the world. Lord Krishna was born at Mathura on the 8th day of Bhadrapada month's dark fortnight. He was the son of Devaki and Vasudeva. Mathura was ruled by Krishna's uncle, King Kansa, who wished to kill his sister's children, since a prophecy said that the couple's eighth son would bring Kansa's demise and death. Kansa imprisoned Devaki and Vasudeva after the prophecy and was responsible for the deaths of their first 6 children. During the birth of their 7th child, Balram, the embryo mystically moved from Devaki's womb to the princess Rohini's. The palace fell silent when their eighth child Krishna was born. Vasudeva rescued the child and told him to Nand Baba and Yashoda's residency in Vrindavan. Vasudeva returned to the palace with the baby girl and delivered her to Kansa after the transaction. When the evil monarch attempted to slay the baby, she transformed into goddess Durga and warned him of his doom. Krishna grew up in Vrindavan in this manner, eventually killing his uncle Kansa outside of India and across the world. Around 80% of the Nepalese population who identify themselves as followers of Lord Krishna celebrates Krishna Janmashtami. Generally, they fast till midnight on Janmashtami to commemorate the festival. The Janmashtami festival is also celebrated by Hindus worldwide, not just in India, and followers of Lord Sri Krishna in Nepal, Bangladesh. For example, Janmashtami is a national holiday. In addition, Lord Krishna has been worshipped in Mauritius since 18th century by Zahibais, a group of identifiers from many castes. And today, commemorating Sri Krishna Janmashtami, even a country has launched currency of Lord Krishna or its official currency commemorating Lord Sri Krishna Janmashtami. So Krishna Janmashtami is the birthday of Lord Sri Krishna. If you are fasting on Janmashtami, you must consume at least water. If you are fasting from foods, but if you are complete in Nirjala fasting, then you should also avoid water. So today, it is also considered unlucky to cut down any trees or harm any animal on Krishna Janmashtami. And consumption of meat and any other non-vegetarian foods is strictly forbidden when fasting or when celebrating Krishna Janmashtami, as every species on this planet is treated at par with human beings, and Lord Sri Krishna protects everyone on the planet. So any harm, any torture, any killing, any pain to any species will attract a great sin and also believed to be bringing them death and demise, not only in terms of life, but also in wealth, prosperity, and so on. So people perform folk dances and sing bhajans at temples in India and even in communities. You can visit India and go to Krishna temples like Dwarakadesh temple at Nathdwara and Ayodhya and Vrindavan, Mathura, and almost every place has a Krishna temple. You can visit and be part of the celebrations. So you can also join the believers and followers of Lord Sri Krishna in fasting, singing, and praying together on Sri Krishna Janmashtami across the world. Special food offerings are prepared and offered and enjoyed on this occasion. So delicious feasts followed by the festival. Imitate the Janmashtami tradition of hanging up pots of yogurt to honor the Krishna legend. Make Govindas out of your friends and relatives and have them shatter the pot, spilling the joyous offering. The International Society for Krishna Consciousness, in short, popularly known as ISKCON, is a well-known organization dedicated to Lord Sri Krishna, was created in the New York City, celebrates Krishna Janmashtami across the world. ISKCON is responsible for more than 150 temples throughout India and across the world. In Bangladesh as well, Krishna Janmashtami is also a national holiday and public holiday. Lord Krishna is known by 108 different names and also 1008 different names and has many more names. According to a legend, Lord Krishna had 16,108 gopikas who served them and who prayed them and dedicated their lives to them, to him. According to Hindu legend, Janmashtami is the day when Krishna is said to have been born for hundreds of years and thousands of years. And the people of India and across the world have been observing this ritual, which has been a long-standing tradition in India and abroad. During this period, communities come together to fast and pray at the temple and in the homes, and also various activities for all ages are taken up, bringing communities together. Janmashtami celebration gives us insight into the culture of India. It helps us understand their beliefs and facets of their religion. So let's pray that Lord Krishna bless us and grace us with all the knowledge, wisdom, and health, wealth, and prosperity for happy health and well-being of all kinds. Today, we are also commemorating National Composites Week in US from August 26 to 30 during the last week of August. If you are a fan of reducing, reusing, and recycling, then you will love the world of composites. Composite materials are materials produced from a combination of two or more constituent materials. They go back more than 6,000 years ago and have transformed our manufacturing lives for better. We are all about creating something new and even better, building a more advanced world. When you think of composites, picture throwing one, two, or more seemingly basic clothing items together or create a fabulously uniform ensemble. A composite material created from two or more materials with different properties, typically fiber and resin, is combined to act in the concert. Fiber reinforced composites produce some of the strongest, most versatile, most technologically advanced parts ever developed and offer manufacturers, designers, and engineers a new world of design possibilities. Wattle and daub is one of the oldest methods of making composite materials and dates back more than 6,000 years. Concrete is also a composite material used more than any other synthetic material in the world. As of 2006, about 7.5 million cubic meters of concrete are manufactured each year, more than 1 cubic meter for every person on Earth. Composite materials can be traced back to earlier times, such as straw and mud for brickmaking, plywood by the ancient Mesopotamians, and cartonnage with layers of linen or papyrus for death masks in Egypt. The first artificial fiber reinforced plastic was a combination of fiberglass and bakelite made in 1935 by the Owens Corning Company. The uses and benefits of a composite materials are seemingly endless, from the development of the state-of-the-art prosthetics to supporting renewable energy through better wind turbine design and even enabling the development of fuel-efficient aircraft drones, air taxis, and heightened space exploration. It is definitely no surprise why there is an entire week dedicated to this highly beneficial resources. A&P Technology founded National Composite Week in 2019 to applaud the industry's innovation, economic contribution, and proliferation is observed in the last week of August annually. Today is also commemorated as National Cherry Popsicle Day in US. People get together to celebrate National Cherry Popsicle Day on August 26th every year. There's hardly anything better than a sweet, juicy popsicle to help you cool down during a sweltering summer day. The cherry popsicle seems like a joyous representation of summer fun. Indulge your inner child and enjoy a cherry popsicle or two on National Cherry Popsicle Day. Any frozen fruit juice served on a stick can be a popsicle. Today, many different brands across the globe sell these frozen treats in a variety of flavors, and of course, they can be made at home too. Today is also celebrated as National Dog Day in US. As we are getting ready to celebrate all our furry friends in the best ways possible. Our furry friends have been with us for at least 14,000 years. Thank goodness for that, because what would we do without man's best friend? It's time to pull out all the pictures of your pup and share your love for them with the world. This day, National Dog Day, was first established in 2004 by pet and family lifestyle advocate Colin Page. The aim of promoting this day is to raise awareness about adopting these animals who are currently in rescue centers. In addition, on this day, promote dog ownership of all breeds, pure and mixed. Embrace National Dog Day as an opportunity for all dogs to live a safe, happy, and abuse-free life. Dogs are man's best friend for a reason. These furry friends range in all different shapes, sizes, and breeds. There is a dog out there for everyone. Whether you like big dogs or small dogs, every pup should be celebrated on National Dog Day. Since the first celebration in 2004, National Dog Day has grown and is now celebrated across the world. In 2013, the holiday was written into New York legislation and can be seen on the new New York State Senate's website. Today is also commemorated as National Heroes Day of Philippines in Philippines, celebrated on August 26th, to honor and remember all the heroes of revolution who helped to establish the foundation of the country's independence. Freedom to choose one's own country is one of the most important qualities that every country should have. The Philippines did not have the freedom of national integrity, but thanks to the efforts of national heroes like Jose Rizal, Andres Bonifacio, Emilio Aguinaldo, Apolinario Mabino, they created a national identity and started working towards the dream of independence. The Philippines is an archipelago nation situated in Southeast Asia. The island is surrounded by the Western Pacific Ocean. The country was named after the Spanish King Philip II. The archipelago is a combination of around 7,640 islands, grouped under the three main divisions, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. With a population of more than 109 million people, the Philippines is the 13th most populous country in the world. The country was under foreign rule from 1500s. The colonization officially began in 1565 with the arrival of Spanish explorer Miguel Lopez de Legazpi from Mexico, but the Spanish rule was not thrilling to most people in Philippines, and challenges to the rule started to arise. Andres Bonifacio responded with the creation of a militant secret society called Katipunan. The purpose of this society was to organize an armed revolt against Spain Spain rule answered with execution of people like Jose Rizal and the exile of Aguinaldo and other leaders. The Spanish-American War began in 1898 and the Philippines gained independence from Spain. But their independence did not last long. The Americans occupied in the islands by the very next year. American rule was also challenged by armed revolt and guerrilla attacks. The Americans finally enacted the Philippine Autonomy Act on August 29, 1960. The act, popularly known as the Jones Law, also has frameworks to create a fully elected and stable government to replace American rule in Philippines and help the island become a free nation. Finally, the country got independence in 1946. Today is also commemorated as National Spark the World Day in US, which lights up just as fun as a holiday sounds. Its purpose is even more interesting and fulfilling. This day was created to appreciate the people who go on the extra mile to inspire others and spark them up to the greatness. Before your hopes get dashed, we are not just talking about professionals such as motivational speakers who make their full time job. Ordinary individuals like you and us can also be honorees of this special day. This day was created by speaker, author, and life coach Simone T. Bailey to encourage each of us to be to be a source of inspiration to others. It's all about honoring those who proactively go out of their way to be a source of inspiration to others, thereby encouraging others to do the same. A common and well known example of such individuals can be seen in the lives of motivational speakers. These professionals make it their lifelong mission to impact as many lives as they can through inspiring words and techniques. They provoke you to push the envelope, put your struggles aside, and reach the stars. Motivational speakers have existed throughout the history in various forms. You can find them in ancient history through religious, spiritual, and practical philosophies and texts. You can also find them in more modern times through the lives of monumental people in history like Ralph Waldo Emerson and the founder of this day, Simone T. Bailey. Bailey is a speaker, author, life coach, and entrepreneur. Boasts of an admirable career in hospitality and was a former sales director of Disney Institute for the Walt Disney Company. He is the founder of Brilliance Institute and Simon T. Bailey International. Although motivational speakers are the easiest point of reference for inspirational outreach, we can all be part of the movement by encouraging the people around us to reach for a better version of themselves every day. Bailey created this day to honor those who light and spark in others, encouraging us to follow those footsteps. Today is also commemorated as National Toilet Paper Day in US. So one of the times we realize the importance of this often overlooked item is when we enter a public restroom and realize there is no toilet paper. Not long ago, toilet paper was used to come in multiple colors. Now many more countries are using this toilet paper along with a bidet. Toilet paper has made its mark in several television series and movies. It is often used for decoration during Halloween or when people play a prank on others by covering houses or cars in it. This simple invention has a really strong footing in people's life and it's likely to stay for years to come. Today is also commemorated as National Webmasters Day in US, observed every year as a way of celebrating invisible heroes or heroines who make and develop your favorite websites. A webmistress is a woman, usually an engineer, who is responsible for designing, developing, marketing, or maintaining a website. In fact, a webmistress can be any woman who is involved in the smooth functioning of anything that we see on the internet. The day also encourages STEM education among women and inspires young students to venture into fields that no one has dared to. It's a day to celebrate innovation, resilience, and gender equality. National Webmasters Day reminds that in our quest to praise only the webmasters, we end up forgetting the contributions of women in the same field. A webmistress is a woman who develops and maintains websites and may be involved in developing and marketing the website to the digital marketplace. Thus, the origin of the term webmistress is simply an extension of webmaster. However, Kat Valentine made the term official when she purchased webmistress.com and started working under the title in 1995. Today, the website recognizes the contribution of women in tech and encourages young women to pursue a career in the same. Since then, thousands of women across the world have adopted the title and identified themselves as mistress at their organizations. Today is also commemorated as Women's Equality Day in US. The right to vote, the cornerstone of democracy, belongs to all citizens. But this wasn't always the case. Until recently, most countries denied voting rights to half of their population, that is, women. To claim their vote, women began agitating for the right to vote in the early 19th century. In the US, decisions about who could vote were left up to the states. The 19th Amendment, ratified in 1920, ensures voting rights for everyone, regardless of gender. Today, Women's Equality Day celebrates the achievements of women's rights activists and reminds us of the unique daily struggles that women face. To make sure women are not oppressed by anyone, we need to empower them with education, and to support their education, they require funds that can help base their strong future. The continuous struggle for women's participation and equality in all spheres of life and society is observed on Women's Equality Day on August 26th. And it commemorates the passage of women's suffrage in the US and reminds us of the hurdles overcome by the heroic women who faced violence and discrimination to propel the women's movement forward. Today is also commemorated as Mother Teresa birthday. Named Agnes Gonzoa Bujakshu was born on August 26, 1910. Her commitment to helping humanity is known and admired all over the world. Mother Teresa dedicated her life to caring for the poorest people in India. She became a nun at the 18. From a young age, she made it mission to aid that needed the most, and she has been awarded a Nobel Prize for her exceptional help to the world. Today we celebrate the anniversary of her birthday. So with this, we shall end today's commemorations. Thank you everyone for joining us in today's celebrations and commemorations. We wish you a happy Krishna Janmashtami. So see you all tomorrow at the same time at 6 o'clock. Take care. Good night. We request everyone to quickly fill up the feedback form, which has been raised in the form of polls before leaving the platform.